All right, back with another player interview, the Transfer Portal CFB presented by NoContextCFB here with App State running back Camerun Peoples. He's going to have a huge season this year. I'm joined by Lauren Moore with the Transfer Portal CFB. We're very excited to interview Mr. Peoples, and we'll get right into it. I just want to go straight into your recruiting process. You were severely under-recruited. We know that was a huge mistake now. What advice do you have to give to these recruits right now and in the future, like how to deal with being so under-recruited and just how to, become successful like you are?
I would just say it just takes one opportunity. Don't worry about, your dream school or anything like that. I feel like when it comes to this sport, you kind of have to put all that to bed and, just take it on the chin. Like, maybe your dream school won't want you, but, somebody else does. Somebody else is going to value you as a player and the abilities that you have to bring to the table. So I would just say, all it takes is one. And, once you get that chance, get your foot in the door, put your head down, work hard, and, the rest take care of itself.
Who was your dream school growing up?
My dream school was Bama. Oh. Yeah, I grew up there, so, my whole family Bama fans, so I grew up a Bama fan. So, yeah, I was a huge Bama guy.
All right. So through your career, playing football, high school, and, through college now, you've had several coaches. Is there a coach in particular who's impacted you personally off the field, as well as someone who on the field has really changed your life and just improved your game through on the field and off?
That's a good question. I've had a lot of different coaches, who I've taken bits and pieces from. But I've always been like a big guy on like not forgetting where I came from. And so a lot of the coaches who had a huge impact on me were actually like in Little League. A guy by the name of Coach Troy, was one of my very first coaches ever, Coach Rusty back home in Alabama. Coach Stafford, he played at Auburn High School. He wasn't really a coach, but his son played, and he was just one of those coaches that was like always around us. I can't really give too much credit to any specific coach just because I've taken so much from every coach I've ever had, and they all impacted me in such a different way, and I respected all of them on that same level. And I really wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for the coaches, from Little League to high school, and here going through all those coaching changes with from Satterfield to Drinkwitz and his staff to the staff we have now. And I try to look at it as everybody's not going to always be there, but while they are, get as much as you can, value them, take their advice because, they've been places that I haven't been. And, hopefully one day I can get to the level that those guys had and, pass the torch down to some other kid one day.
So things like that about leading and everything, what is your biggest motivation headed into this season?
Man, my biggest motivation is honestly is just winning. I'm a competitor. My teammates are competitors. I hate to lose, and last year, left a sour taste in my mouth. Just the way we went out. Granted, we did pretty good, but we had a lot bigger expectations, and we didn't meet up to them. So this year, I want all that revenge. I want everything we lost. I want to win. That also my family. My family's always a huge motivation. My mom, one of the reasons I play as hard as I play every single game. Right on my wrist every game for my mama, FMM. So winning and family. It's only thing I can think about.
You speak to how y'all closed the season, and you do say it was on a sour note, but you put up massive numbers in the inaugural Myrtle Beach Bowl. You rushed for 317 yards on 22 carries. You had 5 touchdowns. You have the most rushing yards in a single bowl game and like ever. That's gotta be amazing to be able to say that. And your 5 touchdowns in that game tie like 6 people, including Barry Sanders. Like, I know you say the team went out on a sour note, but you're in some elite company, and you should feel really good about your performance and all that. And I was just wondering how you're going to use that to fuel yourself for, the upcoming season, build off of that.
I feel like a lot of people saw, what I can do, and that just that display. Still, it's just one of those moments and like a player's career that, you're never going to live down. And I feel like that's going to be one where I can always look back and be like, yeah, this happened. But honestly, I try not to let it, get to me as much. I thought about it for maybe that night, next day. And then, it was just, back to business. I want to do better. I want to be better. And, I feel like this year going into it, I got a little bit more respect now. Still probably not as much as I feel I should have. So just I feel like my momentum, I'm gonna just take it and that I did and just keep adding to it. It's really just that's something I've been able to do since I was 5, 6 years old, and I don't see that changing. So hopefully I can just continue to play that well against ECU next week and the next week and the next week. I feel like it's going to be a target on my back, but I like the pressure.
Yeah, you definitely need more recognition. That's you and I both know that this year we'll all see the People's Heisman hashtag will be trending plenty of weeks during the season. As you continue to become more and more successful and you get to the NFL, I just want to know what ways you plan on giving back to the community and everything. Like, how do you plan to make an impact off the field?
So one thing I've always been big with is, just motivating like younger kids under me. As I was growing up, my little cousins, we would always play ball. I would teach them everything I would learn from the high school coaches. They just got on varsity. I text them last week giving them advice. And one thing that I've always wanted to do and I thought was just really cool is just, and a lot of people do it, but like those camps that they have for kids and all that kind of stuff, I want to be able to, go back home and use my connections that I got from college experience, and hopefully once I get to that level, NFL experience, just to bring some guys in and, give the kids back in my area a legit opportunity to go to school. A lot of kids where I'm from don't end up going to college, and a lot of them bank it on sports. So I want to, who's to rob a kid of their dreams? I want to keep them motivated, and I can do it. So I mean, y'all can do it. Y'all can do it too. I'm no different from them. I want to help my community back home in Bama. Give those kids an opportunity to go play ball, achieve a degree, and hopefully that just continues to motivate the people in my area and just letting them know that they don't have to always be down. There's always a way out.
So there's been big changes on campus recently. There's football changes. There's just life changes. Being back on a campus, having classes start that are in person, how's that been? And just readjusting to time before as an athlete and what y'all have been doing?
Honestly, it's kind of weird because, it's like the COVID and all that stuff. The Zoom meetings started to turn into like a little normal thing, and now you got to get back into what really was a normal life. So like, it's actually, I feel like it's good because I'm very, like, I like to be around people. So I think it's been good. It's kind of a little different now that we have to, go to class and then, adjust our schedules according to like practice, meetings, breakfast, all this kind of stuff. But I think it's good for, the freshmen or the sophomores now to, actually have that college experience of, what it was really like before, everything went crazy and went online. But I think everybody's adjusting well, and it's been pretty good so far.
So you talk about those freshmen, some new additions on the team, everyone. How do you kind of enforce that drive into them about wanting to make a bigger splash this season that's been done in past seasons, and just keep some motivation going and some drive continuing?
One thing about App State is it's huge on culture. So I think it's just something that's just put into us as we arrive here, as we start to practice and get around the team. It's just it's not like other places. You're not gonna see guys wanting to come in every single day and just want to be around each other and be around football. It's so easy to be motivated because you got, older guys like Corey Sutton and Thomas Hennigan and Caleb Sperling, who all just want to come in and work and, be great. And it just, you see it. Like ever since I've been here this past summer, I've seen like a torch just lit under every single person on my team. Like the freshmen are coming in and putting in extra work, and it's not, it's some places where, you want to preach that to guys, it's the work that you put in that people don't see, doing more than what's expected. And that's one of our core values, is doing more than that's expected. And Coach Clark preaches on that. And our freshmen came in and, I feel like they adjusted quick. It wasn't really much of a, big difference gap in talent. Those guys came in, they wanted to work. They've been working hard all camp. And, I feel like they're going to do great things when the opportunity arises.
So we've spoken a lot about the highs that you've experienced in your career. I do want to go back to one of your low points. Unfortunately, in 2019, you were poised for a big breakout season as a redshirt freshman, but after 3 carries that you excelled and you went down with the torn ACL, unfortunately. I just want to know, like, what was running through your head when that happened? Were there any like doubts you had looking at the future? What was the recovery process like, and how do you feel now?
It was tough. Anybody who's ever had that injury, they know it's a grind. It's definitely it's one. I mean, anybody who has to step away from the game, who really loves it, it hurts. And I remember just, feeling in my leg. It almost feels like, my leg just got shot, and I just kind of, tried to get up and walk it off. And, when I realized I couldn't, I was just like, oh man, something's not right. Went to the tent. He told me it might be my ACL. I mean, I busted into tears, and when I recollected, the first thing I thought of was, let me get some crutches. I'm gonna go out on the sideline and let me cheer on my teammates. So, I mean, I decided right in that moment that, if I can't, be on the field, I want to contribute in some type of way. So I was going to be the number one fan. I was going to be the hype man. I was going to be more excited than the coaches, the players, the fans, every game day, no matter, whether I was in the dorm or, at the game. And I think my coaches did a fantastic job just like keeping me a part of the team. Always expected me to come to meetings because, I told them I didn't want to be treated no differently. I wanted to be there as much as possible. I wanted to feel like I was still useful in some type of way. And, you know, I brought just a very fun characteristic to the team and, you know, keeping guys motivated the best I can and just still kind of learning, you know, other aspects of the game. And I took that time to really focus on my mental. It was hard though, just to stay positive. I definitely got down on myself every now and then, but I never doubted my process as far as what I would be able to do when I came back. I never let that even creep in my head because I trusted my trainers. I trusted myself. You know, I prayed a lot and, you know, I trusted God's plan and I knew he wouldn't fail me. So I just, I put the work in and COVID happened and I ended up away from my trainers for 2 months. So I had to face that battle and, you know, focus up again and just put the work in on my own. So I went back home and I'm at, you know, I live in a small town, so I don't have much to work with. And I'm getting like workout plans from my trainers. They put me on this app and all this stuff, you know, just stuff that I can work with my leg. And I'm using anything I could. I'm doing jumps on my porch and, you know, using the cracks in my sidewalk to do line hops with one leg, you know, setting up cones in the field beside so I can, you know, practice my strides and getting some strength back in my leg and all that. Came back early in the summer so I could meet with my trainer by myself because I wanted to be ready by the first game and I wanted to play. And by the time we got to play against Charlotte, it was a decision where usually people wear a brace or something after an injury like that. And, you know, I was like, nah, I trust, you know, all the work we put in, I trust it. So we're going to go out there, no brace, no nothing. Let's just go play. And it just, you know, once I got back out there, it was just natural. Everything felt great. So as the season went on, you know, sometimes it feel like fatigue or anything like that, but honestly, it just got stronger and stronger. Now I feel like I could pretty much do anything that I was able to do back before the injury, maybe even better. But, you know, I put on a lot more weight. So I feel like probably at the peak of my athletic ability at the moment.
You're definitely in store for a big 2021 season. And you did speak on this a bit here going into my next question. You spoke about just training for your strides. When I watch you play, I notice those long strides that you take. I think they play a big pivotal role in your success as you break off long run after long run, accumulate this absurd yards per carry. I'm curious what you think your top skill is.
My top skill, I would say probably either my ability to break tackles. I don't like to be tackled by one person. That's a failure on my part. I don't blame the O-line or nothing. If somebody's in the backfield, it's just one person, and I see them before, like I want to break that tackle. I feel like I have a very good stiff arm. My teammates, they're kind of used to it by now. They know when it's coming. That's my go-to move, my stiff arm. But I feel like definitely eluding tackles and getting yards after contact. And I'm sneaky fast. People don't think I don't know why, but like I'm sneaky fast. I was very fast. Before I tore my ACL, I would have put myself in the top 3 fastest on the team, honestly. I was crazy fast. And I had that long stride, like I use it to my ability. If I get out in the open field, I don't see myself getting caught.
It's over. You're gone.
Yeah. If I get in the open field, like you're not catching me.
So talk about all that you're able to do on the field this off season. You've gotten quite the attention of some preseason accolades with the Maxwell Award and some other watch lists and all Sun Belt first team. What do those mean to you headed into the season?
Nothing. Honestly, it's it's great getting the recognition, but honestly, I still got to go play. Like, they're just, I can, or I may have this opportunity, but it's great for the recognition, but they don't mean anything if I don't go out there and perform in the way that everyone thinks I'm capable of. I try not to show it too much attention. I honestly forgot about the Maxwell one, if you're not going to lie. So hearing that again was kind of crazy, but I try not to show it too much attention just because there's still work to do. And, if you focus too much on the future, you'll miss what's right in front of you. So I try to stay in the moment and, keep working. I'm just excited to play. So, whatever happens after, and whatever I can get, that's fantastic. I'll celebrate it when the time comes. But right now, I'm just ready to play.
Yep. So is there a game that you're looking forward to the most? Someone you're looking to see again this season?
At the moment, I'm just ready for ECU. But if I had to look ahead, Miami is going to be exciting just because, Hard Rock Stadium, Miami playing the U, biggest game, like biggest opponent as far as exposure wise. Coastal Carolina. Louisiana and Marshall. All 3 losses. I want them back.
Yes, great take.
I think y'all are going to go out there and beat Miami. You could ignore that banner right there. I got App State winning it. Super excited for that one, Also super excited to watch y'all revenge against Coastal, turning into a nice little rivalry there. And ULL, as you mentioned. Sunbelt is sick, man. So many good teams. People got to start putting respect on this great conference.
Yes, for sure.
The next question I wanted to ask was, I want you to sell yourself to like an NFL team if they are watching this, or an evaluator. Sell yourself on why you're the perfect guy for this NFL team.
Well, one thing they're gonna get out of me is super hard worker, an ultimate competitor. If there's anything that I can do to make the team better, that's the guy I'm going to be. That's whether that's, catching routes or blocking, my running going to take care of itself. But anybody who's looking to have me on their team we're going to win. I'm not going to let the man across from me beat me, beside me beat me. And at the same time, my teammates and all that, especially like in the running back room, it's going to be a competition. But, I'm also going to be that guy. I'm not going to be the type of person that'll be like, oh, well, I should have won the job. It's going to work. If I get beat out, so be it. I'm still going to put the work in. I'm going to be there to cheer my teammates on. But they definitely getting a winner.
I think this interview has really shown, like anybody, that you are the perfect player to want on a team. You've put the team first in everything. Don't want to talk about any of your in-game accomplishments. That's really, really dope to see. I do want to speak again to your skill set. One thing I want to see is more work in the receiving game. Is that something that we could see this season? Is that something you've been working on?
It's definitely something that you will see this season. Last season, we're such a run-heavy team. Mm-hmm. It's harder for the backs to get some love in the passing game. But this year, this summer, I worked so hard on just routes and getting out on checks and everything like that, and getting a new offensive coordinator. And I talked with him and I was like, man, running great, but I need to, I want to catch the ball. So I'll definitely get the ball out in some routes this year. And honestly, I can't wait. Haven't dropped the ball in, I think, 4 weeks. Went through the whole count, every target I caught, so I'm feeling pretty good about it. The work shows, I was with all the receivers running their routes. I won't run them in the game, but we got our own routes we gonna run. But I'm running their routes on every play, every concept that we have, just so I can, work on that part of my game too. So I think that's something that I've improved so much, and I'm excited to, actually get the opportunity to add some passing yards to my resume.
All right. So we've talked a lot about this season, what you can do and everything. In September 2nd, you and the rest of your team will start the season in Bank of America Stadium. What's it like playing in NFL stadiums and knowing that, that attention's on you big time?
Oh, honestly, it's going to be crazy. This is going to be my first time playing in the NFL stadium. So it's going to be fun. Everybody's looking forward to this. We got a lot of guys on the team from Charlotte. I'm pretty sure ECU does too. So every game, we're looking to win, and just having that opportunity to be on a big stage and playing under the lights of an NFL stadium, it's just going to be like a dream come true almost. Is still in college, but maybe one day it'll be, I'll be actually playing there for like a conference game, a home game, or you never know. So looking forward to it. Can't wait to play. And, it's going to be even better. I actually have an old high school teammate who plays for ECU. So he's projected to start, so it's going to be fun playing in the NFL stadium against one of your homeboys you grew up with.
Super exciting. So, in your opinion, what is the best part about playing college football?
I gotta give it to the fans. I got to. It's just fans it's a very underrated part. I feel like it's a very underrated part. And last year showed that the fans were definitely missed. It's that energy. You see how crazy college football is all over TV. It's huge, and that the fans can electrify the whole sideline. It's just it's just so crazy having all those people yelling and cheering you on and cheering on your team. It's just you walk around town and everybody but definitely the fans. Also, this is just from a player standpoint, the brotherhood that you get with your teammates, unmatched. You're building relationships, friendships that are going to last a lifetime, and it's almost like a family. I'm pretty sure any college football player would tell you that this is these are some of my best friends, brothers that I've ever had, and a life after football. These are probably the guys, that I asked to be in my wedding, or, the guys, I'm taking trips with. So if I could say anything about college football, fans and, the brotherhood that I've got from my teammates would probably absolute best thing about being a college football player.
When you were growing up, was there a running back that you admired a lot and tried to emulate your game after as a kid?
So I used to watch, I like the older guys. So I watched a lot of Walter Payton highlights. And I was also a huge Bama guys. So, they will always have a good running back. So Mark Ingram. And then, Derrick Henry ended up coming along, and he's about my size, maybe a lot bigger. He's a lot bigger. A lot bigger, but just that size guy, that big size guy. But yeah, Barry Sanders was, his ability to break tackles and, beat people with speed after, after contact was just crazy. But Walter Payton was my favorite. Watching his story and, how, and just seeing how, he was a bigger guy too, but, the way he could move and, the way he would just fly all over the field, it was just, crazy to watch. And very inspiring. The Bears, like as a kid, I used to change my NFL favorite team like every 2-3 years, but the Bears were my favorite for a while just because, how great he was.
You definitely have a unique skill set. The NFL definitely doesn't have a lot of players like Cam Peoples coming into the league that should appeal to them in a few years when you enter, whether it be this upcoming draft or the one after that, you'll get drafted. We know that. When you were growing up, what other sports did you play? And could you have gone and played at college level in those sports?
Well, I played baseball before I played any other sport, and I played basketball. I didn't play like organizational basketball to like 6th grade, but I used to play like with my friends from like in just that in the street or something like that. But I played baseball all the way up to my freshman year of high school, just because at that time I was just like, I need to pick two and give my body a break. So it came down to football and basketball. Love basketball, was really good at basketball. Football, love football, really good at football. I feel like I was good at baseball. I was pretty good, like I said, I'm a competitor. You can put me in any sport and, I do okay. But I feel like if I really would have focused on any specific other one, I probably could have went to the next level and played. I'm a little shorter for like NBA or anything like that, so I'd be more of a guard type, which is I didn't play guard. I played more of a forward position just because of my physicality. I didn't foul. I ain't foul a lot. Never got a foul trouble like that. But I was just, bigger, stronger guy, could jump really high. So I played the 4. Baseball though, I was insanely good. I loved baseball so much. I hated that I had to give it up, but it was honestly I couldn't go without playing basketball because that atmosphere back home was it was crazy. And baseball didn't get as much love, but football was a given. And I feel like that's just the way he directed me. And I wouldn't give up football for anything in the world.
I am curious what position you played in baseball.
You name it. I played anything but catcher. That's the only position I did not play. But I was I was mostly center field and shortstop. But I played at every spot throughout my entire career playing baseball. I wouldn't play catcher though. I couldn't do that. Too much pressure. I didn't want to get hit in the face, miss the ball. I was like, nah, you can miss me with that one.
All right, this is my favorite question to ask people. What is your favorite sports movie?
Remember the Titans. Love that movie. The best movie. I feel like a lot of people got their own opinion, but I feel like that's the absolute best sports movie ever created, ever.
Correct answer. Yes, great job. Also, just what's a place that you want to travel the most?
Oh man, I would say Dubai just because I've seen so many like things about Dubai. But honestly, the world's huge, and like I keep seeing new stuff pop up. So I'm like, golly, I just want to, I've never been outside of the country. Like I've never been to Bahamas, nothing like that. So but if I had to choose anywhere, I go to Dubai and then see what that's talking about, and then go to maybe Australia.
Awesome. Yes. Great places.
What would you?
I think I'd go to the Netherlands. There's pretty tulip fields, lots of flowers.
Is that cold? Is the Netherlands cold? I feel like that's cold. Yes, cold.
I have no clue. For me, I do want to go somewhere where it's cold, though. Somewhere in Canada would be dope. And then we'll go into the pick six here. Rapid fire. What's your favorite food and your least favorite food?
Favorite food, anything to do with hibachi or Japanese. Least favorite food. I don't know.
All right. Well, who's the funniest player in the locker room? Is it you? Is it someone else? Is it a coach?
Man, that team's so funny. I would say either Zarion Hayes or nah, it's definitely Zarion. Definitely Zarion Hayes.
All right. What's your favorite meme?
My favorite meme? Oh man. Dang, that's a lot of pressure. I don't even know. Dang, that's a lot of pressure. I don't even know. I would probably have to say, dang, I used to say this all the time. It's I forgot. I can't even remember.
All right, you're good. What about do you have a pregame tradition? Maybe a song you listen to before each game?
I will listen to Put On by Young Jeezy 5 times at least. This is the first song I listen to when I put my headphones on, and the last song I listen to before I take the field.
What's one thing people don't know about you? Maybe a hidden talent or skill?
I can play the trumpet.
Really? That was so unexpected. I don't know why. Oh, that's cool. When you get your first NFL paycheck, what's the first thing you're buying?
I want to do something for mama. I don't know what I want to do. I like to be smart with my money, but when it's time, I want to do something for my moms.
Great answer. We really enjoyed having you interview with us. Lauren and I really appreciate your time. Yeah, thank you. If you have anything to say, Lauren.
No, thank you. Good luck this season. You are hilarious. We'll watch all the time.
Thank y'all so much for having me.
Definitely got fans for life here. Hope everybody watching enjoys this. Thank you so much, Cam. Best of luck this season.
Thank you.